All right, guys, chat. What is going on? It's Monday, December 29th. What is going on, guys? This is the CoinZone. I'm Crypto with Paul. Back at it again. Damn, Daniel. Back at it again with those white vans. Let's get right into this, guys. All right, we have a couple things to discuss today in regards to some positive bullish news. What's going to happen with Ethereum here pretty soon. So this is from Cointelegraph. All right, guys, make sure to hit that like button on the way in. Sub to the channel if you haven't already. Once again, I'm Crypto with Paul. This is the CoinZone. Let's do this. So, ETH validator entry Quay is suddenly almost double the exit Quay. So, if you don't know, when you become, when you sign up to become a staker on Ethereum, basically you get added to this Quay. So, right now, we have double the entry for individuals looking to stake as opposed to, I guess, looking to unstake. Previous times this has happened, Ethereum has had really good price action. So we're going to take a look at this alongside a couple things with Tom Lee. All right. Bro is still out here doing some crazy things. We're going to take a look at some charts per usual, and we're going to get right into it. So, Chief the Yorkie, what's going on? Happy Monday. Hope you had a great weekend. Guys, it is still kind of holiday season. School's out. Okay, on the East Coast, there's a ton of snow here right now. Can't wait to get back to the West Coast, to be honest. But this is what's going on now. People are at home. So I hope we get a ton of listeners right now. And I hope people are trying to tap back in because this could be setting up 2026 to be a good year. But as we know, we don't offer hopium on this channel. We just try to look at all angles and sides. But this right here caught my attention and is pretty interesting. So, digital asset treasury companies such as Tom Lee's BitMine have contributed to the increase in the entry Quay, but the network's Pectra upgrade may have also helped. Yes, we've covered the Pectra as soon as it went live months ago. Ethereum's staking Quay has flipped the exit line for the first time in 6 months. All right, with almost twice as much ETH now lined up to be staked as ETH trying to leave the network. That's a very good sign, very bullish sign. The entry Quay for validators have roughly 745,619. Shout out to Rey Mysterio, with nearly 13-day wait, while the exit line has only around 360,518 Ethereum and an 8-day wait, according to the Blockchain Explorer Ethereum validator Quay. So the flipping happened on Saturday when both Quays were around 460,000, but the entry Quay has gone vertical since, with some argue the exit Quay is trending towards zero. Now, this is interesting. I want to get to what Bro said, I think at Arbitrum. If we go down here, let's just continue to read this. Abdul, the head of DeFi layer at Layer 1 blockchain Monad, said in an X post on Sunday, that was yesterday, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, I know it's been a weird week. People don't even know what day it is. We had football going on Saturday night. My Packers got smoked. Hate to see it. Said in an X post Sunday night that the last time the entry and exit Quay flipped in June, Ether doubled in price shortly after and predicted that 2026 is going to be a movie. What a movie.
Just like fake Hollywood.
Okay. What type of movie? Nobody knows, but hopefully it's a good one, okay? Ether crossed over at 2,800 in June. However, by August 24th, it had a new all-time high of 4,946. It's trading hands for 3,018 as of Monday. Yes, here's we at, guys. That's a good chart right there. That is a good chart to see. So, chat, first off, right off the bat, what are we thinking about this? Chief the Yorkie, what do we think about this? Ethereum entry Quay for staking is now double the exit Quay. Now, regardless of price action, you want to just talk about fundamentals. You want to talk about usage of the chain in general. I got a couple other things I can pull up, okay, that just drive this home. This is a positive sign for Ethereum in general, no matter how you look at it. Let's go over here real quick. This is from Cointelegraph again, and this is from yesterday. Ethereum contracts deployed on ETH hit an all-time high of 8.7 million in Q4 2025, according to Token Terminal. I mean, you know, you talked about the staking quay going vertical. This is absolutely vertical as well. Not only did it hit an all-time high, we got close, right? If we look at this one right here, which was, I'm assuming, at some point, maybe Q2, Q3-ish, maybe this looks like, of this year. Not only did we break that metric that we saw back in Q1, Q2-ish, maybe Q3 of 2020, maybe 2021 that is, which makes sense, obviously. We're smashing through that. Absolutely smashing through that, guys. So you can pick on Ethereum all you want. I'm pretty sure nowadays not many people do. But if you choose to do that, if you're a hater, I mean, there's not much fuel to the fire there at this point, guys. Let's go here. So Tom Lee, Fundstrat's Capital's Tom Lee says ETH could hit 7,000 to 9,000 by early 2026 as Wall Street tokenizes assets on chain with a long-term target of 20K. So I quote tweeted this. I said, this will probably happen, right? Because what I always say in this channel is to zoom out. ETH hitting 7 to 9K at some point with long-term 20K. Yeah, I never want to say certains on this channel, but it's probably going to happen, guys. But in the next month or two, a 7 to 9K ETH in the next month or two, I don't really know about that. Chat, you let me know in the comments. I'm bullish on Ethereum. I'm bullish on crypto long-term, top position utility altcoins. For sure. Very bullish on long-term. But in the near term here, in the next couple months or so, are we going to see a new all-time high? Not only a new all-time high for Ethereum, but similar to what Bitcoin did, you know, last year when Bitcoin didn't even, you know, Bitcoin didn't just get over 69K. Its previous all-time high, but it smashed through it. It went right to 120, almost 130,000. So this would have Ethereum doing a similar move around a year or so later. Chief Yorkie, I don't see a 7 to 9K anytime soon. I don't either, just to be honest. I think 2026 is going to be a great bullish year. But in the next month or two or so, I don't know about that. Seems a little much for me. Okay, let's keep it moving. Speaking of Tom Lee, Tom Lee's Bitmine bought another $130 million worth of ETH last week. So if there is anybody that is extremely bullish on ETH right now, we know who it is, guys. We know who it is. It is Mr. Tom Lee. There are plenty of others as well. I just made a clip of Anthony Scaramucci saying that in 2026, he thinks Solana is going to flip Ethereum. But he also said, you know, I'm not saying ETH is going to do bad or have a sell-off. They're both going to do good, but because of market capitalization and a couple other reasons, you know, he said they're both going to do good, but Solana is going to do better and flip it. We'll see. I like Anthony Scaramucci. I disagree with him on some things. He's a big AVAX guy as well, but he's sticking true to his conviction with Solana. Now, this is pretty big too. Shout out to DZ. DZ also highlighted a very similar chart. Altcoin market cap just broken a 3-month downtrend on the daily. These are important metrics to look at. This could genuinely set up a crazy reversal rally. Now, the reason why I wanted to highlight this, okay? I'm seeing a lot of influencers, ADA TA guys I follow, Ethereum TA guys I follow, a lot of altcoin guys who like specific altcoins are all showing very similar patterns on all of these different charts. Ash Crypto does a good job. This chart speaks for itself. If you look previously at any time we've broken trends like this, you tend to actually see a reversal. So this live so far has been pretty bullish, okay? We're not biased. I'm not selling you hopium. We're just looking at charts, guys. And I'm not telling you we're going to see a bull run next month or anything crazy. But what this does signal is, hey, a turnaround could be happening. Now, There are a couple things, as we always do, to counteract this that do scare the living hell out of me. Right now, I think there is something going on with silver. I do have some maybe insider information. And I did see Discover Crypto kind of covering it also as well this morning on a live stream. And kudos to them, because I don't see anybody else talking about this. So make sure to stick around, sub to the channel, because you're getting an insider scoop. A lot is happening right now with silver specifically. Okay, Venezuela. A lot of things are happening here, guys. Some manipulation. We might see Bitcoin sell off further. Okay, we just saw more liquidations this morning. You have guys like Saylor, even Tom Lee, plenty of old school guys, Arthur Hayes. You know, a lot of these guys have mentioned you need big liquidation events to wipe out the weak hands, to wipe out all the leverage in the system, and then you kind of reset, and then you could start going up from there. Well, we already saw this cascading of liquidations events start in October. It's now almost 2026, and it's still happening. So when are we going to get that reset? Because right now, it's still going on, guys. All right, I clicked out of the chart by accident. I don't think I have it pulled up. But I did retweet it, I believe. And forgive me if I'm going a little slow, because something's wrong with my mouse. Stupid mouse. But everything's a little whacked. Okay. But the point is, guys, yeah, a lot of liquidation is still happening with Bitcoin. And it's very strange. To me, there are only 3 projects that are doing good: Bitcoin Cash, Monero, and Zcash. Everything else has fallen a lot. Yeah. I mean, even XRP, which was up big time. Big time. Oh, NCC, midnight. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, privacy right now. That's exactly what it is. Chief the Yorkie, you're 100% right. 100% right. Let's get right into this. So I wanted to talk about XRP, because XRP for a little bit was kind of the outlier. This year, out of the top 10, XRP and BNB were the highest performers. XRP was up 400% at some point. Now it's down 9% on the year, after we saw a $3.66 XRP. We are now back down to $1.86. Okay, XRP went absolutely vertical earlier on in the year and was outperforming everything else in the top 10. Now back down under negative on the year. But Chief the Yorkie, as you said, Zcash climbed up to number freaking 12. And what's it doing on the year? It's up 771%. Absolutely bonkers. Now, what is this from, though? We have a lot of speculation behind why these privacy coins are doing back. CC, hold on a second. Are you talking about Canton? Canton Capital? Is that what you're talking about? No, not Shanton. Am I spelling it wrong? Is that what you're talking about, Chief the Yorkie? I mean, Midnight, you know, Canton, they're basically privacy leading the top way. Top coins on CoinGecko in regards to popularity right now. It's very interesting. When you look at what's people are having to focus on, it's mostly privacy. So just getting back to it, people are believing that this Zcash hype has been driven by massive investors who just got in and decided to pump this coin to the moon. Not because of its actual fundamentals or anything like that, blah, 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 because it is a little older. You do have projects like Monero, Midnight, and newer projects that now have ZK and smart contracts and stuff built into it that, you know, Zcash just does not have into it. People are throwing this narrative out there. Zcash is the privacy version of Bitcoin. Sure. You know, but is this a genuine pump? Is this a genuine pump, or was this just people hyping it up just to create an insane rally? Now, I didn't get in on Zcash at all. So whoever did, kudos to you guys. I mean, this is absolutely insane. up a 10x earlier on in the year when it was at an all-time high, I believe, right at around $741. But absolutely insane. Yeah. If anybody got in on that, good for you guys. I'm just going to keep this moving. Back to the whole silver, the gold situation right now. These are charts that we've also seen with bullish crossovers. So in 2020, Bitcoin entered one of its biggest rallies ever after the gold cycle topped. Now we're also seeing rotations. We could start seeing this in a big way soon as well. Rotations from gold and silver back into Bitcoin for a number of different reasons. What's Bitcoin's price at right now, guys? $87,000. It topped at 126. So down roughly $40,000 from its all-time high. You're gonna have investors look at that and be like, oh shit, okay, now might be a good time to enter. So if you're gonna take some of your profits from silver, as I once did in my Roth IRA, I've explained this to you guys, I'd sold my silver way too early. Still made a small bag off of it though, but I rotated it back into Bitcoin. Younger investors, I think, are going to start doing stuff like that. Even older investors as well. You have guys like Robert Kiyosaki out there, who has been an advocate for obviously silver and gold for a long time. I mean, you got to give him his flowers. Robert, the past couple years, is saying, you just wait. Pretty soon, silver is going to go crazy. Gold's going to do good. And he was absolutely right. Robert was one of the only guys that I was following. Robert's the reason why I bought silver a couple years ago. For a number of different reasons. But the more I looked into it, and the more you talk about geopolitical situations, the more I started to cover on my channel here before the CoinZone what the BRICS nations were doing. I mean, I got some just in case. And, you know, Robert was absolutely right. But the point is, you take those profits and you put it back into Bitcoin as well. Robert also talks about Bitcoin. He also talks about Ethereum now as well. Crazy to see. But yeah, my thoughts on that, Chief, are, I guess maybe it's kind of more like a VC version of Midnight. It's doing well. I believe it's higher up right now, market cap wise and rank wise than Midnight is. I think it can do well. Yeah, that's my 2 cents. I wouldn't sleep on it. It's doing well for a reason right now, right? It's top 50. I think it was at 46 last time I looked, for a reason, right? And, you know, with this whole privacy thing, you can look at it two ways. We're either just getting started and projects like that and like Midnight can have a run in 2026, or, you know, the hype might die down. I don't think the hype's going to die down. You see really big names talk about the importance of privacy. You actually just saw David Schwartz recently just tweeted what? I hereby, what do you say? I hereby acknowledge Midnight, I think he said. See if I can spell his name right and find him. Yes. So let's go here. So David Schwartz, if you don't know who David Schwartz is, okay, XRP. This guy's a genius. I'm not going to lie. David Schwartz is a very smart man. But when you make statements like this, if I can find it. Yeah, I know Charles just quote tweeted it soon or recently afterwards, I believe. Wow, bro is very active. Okay, December 13th, that is way too far. Yes, but I can't find it. But David Schwartz did tweet recently, I hereby recognize Midnight. I know Angry Crypto. Shout out to our boy Angry Crypto. Channel friend, fan favorite, covered it. That's how I found out about it. Let's just get to it. Quick detour. Here we go. 13 hours ago. I hereby acknowledge Midnight. You'll love to see it. You'll love to see the collaboration. You know, people very weird to me because they're, I mean, I can get it in certain respects, but they're very different cryptocurrencies. But people are lumping together ADA and XRP as of late. I don't have a problem with that. I like both projects. I think both projects have a good future, but for many different reasons. They're tackling way different things. But you like to see the collaboration and the respect, you know, that Charles throws his, the, you know, for XRP, for David Schwartz, for Brad Garlinghouse, and vice versa. You've even seen Anatoly Yankovenko of Solana also be like, let's get it. You know, I appreciate, I think he commented on Midnight. He said something good about, it was either XRP, no, he said something good about either ADA or Midnight. I forget which one it was. But this is what we like to see, guys. Most of the noise that comes in this space, it's not from the guys building. It's not from the founders. It's from us. It's stupidity from us. Right? I had some ADA tweets last week, and I had a couple guys get all over my case and took a screenshot of my profile picture and added things. It was insane. Like, I'm not even big yet. I don't even have 500 followers. And I had people over my case, like haters. Absolutely insane to see. Just people have way too much time on their hands to be negative. It's insane. So I guess my 2 cents to you right now, guys, would be get out of the noise. The noise is so unnecessary. Focus long-term. Focus on actually building. Focus on your portfolio. Focus on projects that actually are pushing this space forward. This cycle is going to be different too in my eyes, guys. Yes, you're going to see people make a crap ton of money on stupid projects, meme coins, etc. But it's not going to be as crazy as it was in the past in that respect. I think you're going to see genuine utility projects pump. Why? Because not only are institutions looking at them, institutions aren't going to pump Doge, guys. We have Doge ETFs, stuff like that, sure. But is anyone out there, Doge is the new, you know, financial layer of the future? No. They're not saying that about Doge. They're saying that about ETH or Solana for some reason. They're saying that about actual utility projects. Even Jamie Dimon, friggin' Jamie Dimon last week just flipped. Why don't we pull that up real quick? Jamie Dimon. And I actually know someone who works for JP Morgan. But look at this, guys. I mean, this guy's, I can't stand this guy. I'm sorry. I can't stand this guy. Jamie Dimon, CEO of Chase, goes on national TV and says, crypto is better than the current financial system. The experiment phase is over. Yeah, now that he has all his infrastructure set up and he's positioned, he can say it. That's my 2 cents. At least Larry Fink full on admitted he was wrong and embraced the shit out of it before anyone else did. Right? JP Morgan, Jamie Dimon was slowly settling, you know, creating like a settlement layer years ago and testing it and using it years ago, while publicly this man would bash it and bash it and bash it. Up to like 6 months ago, he was talking ish. And all of a sudden, now that everything's ready to go, everyone else, all his competitors, all the other banks, they're all ready to go. Now his tune flips. Makes sense. All right, big guy. Thanks a lot, Jamie. But let's keep it moving here, guys. Okay. This is what we were just on, talking about the bullish crossover. You got to look at these points in history, all right? Look at this. Every single time we have these orange lines, little rally, big rally, big rally, big rally. This is where we're at right now again. A lot of things are pointing to something happening soon. Something, okay? Again, I'm not going to sit here and tell you this is what's going to happen because I don't want to be that influencer, guys, that's selling you certainty and hopium. We're just looking at charts. The charts are screaming a lot of things. And stuff like this also helps, guys. The Fed just keeps putting money into the economy. As we all know, liquidity is the true driver. Liquidity is the true driver. We saw the chart on Friday that we put up on the live last week, right? Normally, Bitcoin follows the M2. They got decoupled. The M2 continued to go crazy. Bitcoin did not. People were saying manipulation. Will Bitcoin catch back up to the M2? I wouldn't doubt it. I really wouldn't doubt it. And if that happens, yeah, we would see an insane rally. That's just the fact. So let's get to the Kabisi letter. 2026 is going to be incredible. Trump is calling for interest rates to 1% and promising stimulus checks. AI capex is nearing 1 trillion per year, and precious metals are making history. All as mass deregulation is in full swing, and the US and China are in all-out AI arms race. Yeah, mass deregulation. I think Trump's thing is like for every 40 what is it, like every new regulation that is put in place, 40 are being erased, something like that. It's absolutely insane. So what does that mean? You're taking away red tape. You know, you have the SEC, you have the CFTC, you have all these guys basically giving you clarity finally, taking away the red tape and saying, like, you guys are good to go. Okay, meanwhile, midterm elections are coming. The Fed has ended QT, quantitative tightening, and retail participation in capital markets is at record highs, not in crypto markets. But then look what he says. Crypto should soon rejoin the asset owner party. Now, the Kabisi letter has been doing a ton of posts lately on silver. This guy covers everything. Adam Kabisi does a great job. We love him here on this channel. We talk about his posts and show his posts a lot. Be excited for what's next and position accordingly. Now, let's go ahead and share this instead. What the hell? Why am I not sharing? What just happened? Can you guys see my screen? Okay. That is very strange. I was not sharing just now. You guys were just staring at my ugly face for I don't know how long. Okay. Moving forward, the Clarity Act. Just continue down this path. The Clarity Act coming soon. Now, I have heard things about the Clarity Act. Everybody, when discussing the Clarity Act, has been talking about it as it only being super positive, super bullish. However, there could be things in that could be hurtful or detrimental. Just as we're seeing right now with the Genius Act, they're trying to repeal it. Brian Armstrong of Coinbase has been fighting like hell to make sure that doesn't happen. But if something gets passed within that act, as politicians like to do, add stuff in just so they can get it passed, work together. Well, if we do this, throw this in there for me. There could be something in there we don't like. Okay? Like with the Genius Act, for example, we saw things that weren't favorable towards, certain stable coins. It was basically just kind of for, in large part, more helpful for the USDCs, the Tethers of the world, right? Pro-Bitcoin Fed chair coming. Pro-Bitcoin president, check, we already have that. Pro-Bitcoin SEC chair, Paul Atkins. Shout out to Mr. Hayes Franklin. Pro-Bitcoin Treasury secretary. Pro-Bitcoin CFTC chair. Banks accepting BTC as collateral. Huge. Okay. Couldn't be more obvious for what is about to happen in 2026. I do have to say I agree, right? And I do want to highlight Dan Gambardello as we kind of wrap it up here. Dan's one of my favorite TA guys. I think he's very genuine. I think he does a great job. And he's being vulnerable here and honest, which basically no influencers do. They'll say, they'll call this, call that, it won't happen, and they won't address it, and they'll move on. So Dan says, at the beginning of 2025, I posted, quote unquote, we just entered the most bullish year of the 4-year cycle. I was wrong. Most of the industry was wrong. He's right. Even some of the best guys. 2025 was actually the bear market, but here's what I learned. The 4-year cycle was a mirage. What actually matters is what the Fed is doing, what liquidity is doing, what the business cycle is doing. And right now, QT just ended. PMI ready to expand. Institutions accumulating while retail quits. If you're still here, you're one of the few left standing. I do have to agree with him there, guys. And if you are one of the few on this live stream right now, and you're still in these markets, and you're still curious as you are, because you wouldn't be watching this if you weren't. I mean, goddamn, make sure to give us a like and sub to the channel here, because we will be going live and posting, giving you fire interviews all of 2026, guys. So stay tuned. We have a lot more to come, and we're going to keep you up to date here in the CoinZone. Okay? So that's basically it. I appreciate you guys for tapping in. Right now, I think there is a very bullish setup going into 2026. I genuinely think that. Okay. And for a lot of reasons, you know, we can go back to here too. What do we need to get altcoin season kicked off? Well, we need Bitcoin to go on a run, and we need Ethereum to go on a run. So if Ethereum continues to see bullish news like this, it's a good sign. Okay. Tom Lee says we'll get a 7 to 9K ETH soon. I don't know about that, but I do think we will see that at some point in 2026. Okay, guys. Once again, you're watching the CoinZone. I'm your host, Crypto with Paul. If you guys like what you saw here, just make sure to sub for me. Share the stream on X. Tell your mom, your dad, your dogs about it. I hope you guys had a great Christmas. I hope you guys have a great New Year's as well. Okay, don't do anything I wouldn't do. Be responsible, be safe. And that's for the markets too. Don't be dumb in these markets, guys. Don't throw your money to scams or gamble. Zoom out, have a long-term mindset. You know, invest, don't gamble. All right, we're going to have some really good educational videos coming out for you soon as well. So stay tuned, stick around. Chief the Yorkie, always a pleasure. I'll see you again tomorrow. Take care, guys.